What is up, YouTube? ZukiM1 here, and I am back with a brand new League of Legends video. Today we're looking at a replay of my man, Azir in the mid lane. So we're going to be looking at a mid lane game that I had with Azir recently. This is right before the rework. No, this is not right before the rework. This is after the rework. So you're going to be looking at the brand new Azir. Yeah, today I'm going to be going against Ekko in the mid lane, which, to be perfectly honest, guys, I hate this guy a lot. Like, I really do. I think he's like, I love using him. I hate going against him. He's a really difficult champion to fight against. So right now, my team decided that it would be a good idea to try to invade. So wasn't exactly sure what they was hoping to accomplish there, but yeah. So right now I'm like right before the start of a match, I like to go to the mid lane and just like press F1 because he got that little bird stance. Oh, so you guys can see there's a lot of fighting going on right now. I think I get killed right here. Yeah, so they get first blood, and I get killed right here by the Callista. Yeah, so that little scramble right there really got me way behind the Ekko. So I'm going to lose out on a lot of XP and a lot of CS, which is really sucks, to be honest. The Shyvana does pick up a kill on the Callista, but she also gives it to Ekko. So the Ekko not only has the XP advantage, the CS advantage, and now he has a kill advantage over me. So he has 3 advantages going in his direction. Luckily, he wasn't farming that much. He only has 1 CS. So it wasn't too bad, but I really wish that I could have had started the match as regular. It was, again, I got roped into like the idea of my teammates and things like that. They was like, hey, you know, maybe we should try to invade, and I was like, yeah, I don't really have a good level 1, and if your character really doesn't do really well as a level 1 fighting champion, it's never in your best interest to go and try to get into situations where you can't win, because obviously I knew I wasn't going to be able to have any type of presence as a level 1. Level 1 in lane is different because majority of the time you can't really do too much as a level 1. Yeah, and he picks up a kill right here on me again. So I was just so far behind at that point. He had a whole I had made a mistake. So he took advantage of my mistake, and I'm so focused on trying to catch up that he ended up picking another kill on me. So I'm already behind by 2 kills. Luckily, he's still not farming that well, so that's going to be my saving grace with this match, is that my laner didn't focus on CSing. So kills, they're very important, right? But it only matters up to a certain point. After that point, it doesn't really mean too much anymore, because the rest of the gold comes from your CS. Like, if you look at most LCS games or any other higher division games, they focus entirely on CS because you won't be able to kill people that much. People don't do bad mistakes that get them killed as much. So my laner went down bot to roam, and I saw that as an opportunity for me to farm and catch up. So like, there might be times where your teammates get upset because your teammate, the person that you were laning against, had roam. At that point in time, it's good to try to apply pressure or catch up in the lane that you're in, because that person either is going to be having to rush back to lane to try to get the CS difference if they didn't get anything, or they're going to have to base, which gives you time to apply pressure onto the turret to give you times to push in the wave to catch up on CS. So right now I have more CS than the Ekko. Now he has 3 kills, but I have a total, I have 14 CS, and I have good presence right now because my wave is pushing in on his turret. Now, I couldn't really commit to the harassment because I was kind of like, I want to say it's probably like 30% mana. So it wouldn't have been the best idea to try to apply too much pressure because then he would have just all in me. So right now I'm just really focusing on CSing. I pinged my team to let them know that Ekko might be trying to roam back down bot again. I mean, even though he had roamed down there already, it's good to do your due diligence to give your team a heads up to say like, hey, you guys, I don't know where my lane is. You might want to take time to look and see where the enemy laner is heading to. I mean, I can't really do too much because I'm behind by 2 kills and my CS right now is absolute trash. I accidentally canceled my auto attack right there. That was really sad. But and I missed another CS. Oh boy. But as you can see, Ekko is trying to determine if he wants to go down bot. Now I warn my team and I tell them to leave. So because I have warned them, they leave. Oh no, they tried to fight against him? No, they leave. Okay. So they knew he was coming because I had warned them. So they didn't go. But then they tell us that they were going to attempt to collapse on top of him. But no one came. So I almost got killed because of that. They asked for my assistance, but no one was there. So don't commit before the rest of your team is there because you could get yourself killed. Now right here, we had basically 4 people here, so they couldn't really put 5 people here. Sorry, the Savannah roamed from top. So we were able to just shove and take the mid turret right here because there wasn't enough of their teammates there. As you can see, bot lane is still shoving our bot turret, and top is still farming in the top lane. So we easily pick up the first turret. Now I set my turret here to help shove the wave and make sure that they can't push up to my turret now. And plus I get a little bit of CS. So I actually wanted them to try to dive me here so I could try to pick up a kill, and I believe somebody attempts to. I'm not exactly sure. I think so. Right, okay. So I think it's going to be the Wukong who tries to dive me. Okay. Never mind then. It's another point in the game where that happens. But oh wait, okay, so I stayed for this wave as well. Now what was I thinking here? I don't know what I was thinking here. I think I just wanted to shove the wave as much as possible. Oh no, I really wanted to bait him into diving me. I stayed for the entire duration of the turret, only hoping that he would dive me because I was so low. I've had those situations happen before where like the laner would get really antsy because, as you can see, again, like I said before, Ekko has 3 kills already. I have 2 deaths. It would be in his best interest to try to dive me, especially seeing how all I have is a dark seal. I don't really have too much AP to be able to fight against him. At least that's my thinking in the matter, and how I was trying to get him to try to dive me. So the Kalista picks up a kill right there on the Varus, which was really bad because before that happened, he had a really strong, clear lead on her, but it ended up going bad. Now right up here, the Malphite was proxy farming, and I was easily able to pick up a kill on him. So I was able to pick up a kill on the Malphite because he was proxy farming, and he didn't assume that he was going to get ganked. He didn't ward deep enough to be able to see me coming. So that was a mistake on his part that I happily took advantage of. So now I have 1 kill and about 41 CS. I leave the lane knowing that I wouldn't have too much mana to be able to fight against Ekko, knowing that I see my team, right? They're all collapsing on the Ekko, which is also going to get him his first death in the game. So after they kill the Ekko, I get a free lane to farm and be able to catch up. So it was very easy for me to start shifting the game back into my favor, get more control over the situation that was happening. Because again, like I said before, it was a rough start because of that level 1 team fight that we had, and then I had died to Ekko in lane. So that type of stuff can really set you back and make it very hard for you to come back. But if you make smart decisions, you should be able to grab a hold of the game and be able to get it to where you are in control of the situation again. So I think my passive is coming up soon. I wanted to shove out the wave a little bit, so get some more CS and stuff. I think I die here. Yeah, I die here. Yeah. So I ended up dying there. I dove for some reason. I didn't have my passive up. That was a really bad choice on my end. Right. I mean, you gotta own up to your mistakes. That was a really bad call on my part. I tried to dive because I saw my team coming in. I gave my team a little bit more credit than they had deserved in that situation, and I got punished for it. So make sure that if you ever plan to dive, your team is literally right there. There's no mistake, right? Because if there's any type of chance for your team to ever really get like confused on whether or not are you committing or not, then you might end up in a situation like how I just ended up in. So I wasn't able to get anything because my team wasn't there to follow up with me. So I just got killed. So right now, as you can see, the Shyvana is fighting against a Malphite, and we catch him out of position again. So I easily pick up this one as well. Thanks again to the Malphite being out of position. If the Malphite was in position not behind our turret, that wouldn't have probably happened. Now we easily pick up the Rift Herald here. So we start working on the Rift Herald. So we can. I want to take the Rift Herald so I can try to help push in mid. So I think this is an easy pickup. The Ekko tries to come and try to stop some stuff, but we pick it up without too much difficulty. And we also get the kill on Ekko, which is really good too. So, no, Shyvana ended up getting the Rift Herald. I wanted it, but the Shyvana took it, so it was fine, right? As long as one of us ended up with it and not the enemy team. So she uses it, summons it in the top lane to apply more pressure in the top lane, because I've applied a pretty decent amount of pressure in the mid lane already. You know, you got to have an even amount of pressure in all lanes so you can make sure that it's not just one lane they have to focus, right? Because if they only have to focus mid lane, then they just send people mid lane, and mid lane is the shortest lane. It's the quickest way to get to the base. Whereas like with if we put it in the top lane, it'll take them longer to go farm it, and they'll be further away from their teammates to be able to help them to fight against us. So right here, as you guys can see, the Ekko has slowly lost his lead, right? Because as you can see, his the score is 4-3. He was 3-0, so he's died 3 more times before he got an additional kill, and that's due to the fact that he was not farming. If he would have focused on his farm instead of on his kills, he would have been able to come back and be able to push to win. Now, right here, I knew that the Kalista couldn't commit. Now, some people might have been willing to try to dive her right here. I wasn't, because I knew for a fact I wasn't going to be willing to want to risk it. Now, right here, I think I make another mistake and I get killed right here. Yeah. So I get the Kalista because of the turret, but I ended up getting killed because of the fact that it was a 3v1 and I didn't have anybody there with me. So me being out of position like that was easy for the easy pickup for them. Now, if I would have played that correctly, right, like if I was under turret and ready for them preemptively, I could have had turned on the Ekko immediately, fought against him, and then the Kalista would have been easy enough to kill. The Burm wouldn't have been able to do much. It either would have been him trying to commit to a diving, and I would have focused the Kalista, or the Kalista would have took the turret aggro, and then the Burm would have been I guess I wouldn't have focused Burm at all, actually. So I guess that would have been the best optimal situation, is if Kalista would have been turret diving. But turret diving for Kalista wouldn't have been too difficult, because she probably would have only been able to take like 3 turret shots. So as you guys can see, I started to slowly come back again. Right here, we almost had to kill up on the on the Ekko right there because he got picked up by the blitz, but he was able to press R in time to be able to get out of getting killed. Because if you don't press R before CC is applied, you will be killed. So right here we get picked up in a really bad team fight for us, but then Bars picks up a really good 5-man ult, so that postponed the team's forward pushing. So I killed the Blitzcrank, I killed the Malphite, so that was a really good team fight for me personally. I tried to pick up the quad right here. I believe I do. No, the Brum gets away. No, Brum dies to the to him. So no, he gets away. I'm sorry. I'm watching the match just like you guys are, so a lot of times I don't remember exactly everything that happened in the details. Like, there are certain times you remember because you remember that situation playing back in your head, but this particular situation, I didn't remember if the Brum got away or not. So we were able to take mid turrets, and right here my team is making a really bad choice of overstaying. I left. I was not going to commit with the rest of my team. So right there, right, you had the choice as a player to choose. I have maybe like 15% mana. I have a triple kill, so I'm sitting on a lot of gold now, and I have 9 stacks on my Dark Seal. Is it smart for me to commit to a team fight, or is it better for me to just leave? Now, obviously, your team is probably going to die because they overstayed, but they're not going to be able to push and win the game, especially with you and a whole bunch of turrets. So I end up leaving, going down bot to farm, and as you can see, the CS difference is clear as day now with me and Ekko. And you can obviously see now who has more kills because of it. I was able to get more items, and because I was able to get more items, I was able to come back and not only get ahead of the Ekko by 2 kills, but also have more map presence and more team fight ability than he does right now. He's still trying to finish his first item where I've already finished 2 now. So it's a clear difference as to what is happening between that CS and not CSing. Make sure you always focus on that. There should never be a time where you value kills more than CS, because you will lose because of that. So we pick up the Water Dragon right there, which was a really good pickup for us. That was the first one we get. I forced the Kalista to have to leave, so this I tried to make sure I can pick up this turret right here. I see that the Wukong is coming because I warded, so I end up leaving. I put down a turret, I believe, right here. No, okay, so I just based. I had a turret, I just didn't put it down because of the fact that no one came after me. If somebody would have came, then I would have put down the turret. I had the turret, I was sitting on the passive at the moment, I just didn't put it down because no one had pursued. So, right now, as you guys can see, I'm at 101 CS at around like 18 minutes. I have about 6 kills, 4 deaths, 9 stacks on my Dark Seal. So I'm doing pretty well. You know, I was able to bounce back from that 0-2 start that you guys saw in the beginning. All because, you know, some really good team fights and a lot of good macro calls. So right now I see that the enemy team is pushing mid. So I end up leaving. No, I get killed right here. I don't know what I was thinking right here. I should have curved at the top, right, and came down right here. If I would have been in position, then I would have been able to keep that from happening. But because I was out of position, I wasn't directly under the turret, they were easily able to dive me right there and then just kill me. So yeah, I got boned right there because of bad macro calls right there. Again, you gotta make sure that your macro calls are on point. So right here, the Bars picks up a 4-man ult, so that was really good. Kept the team from being able to push ahead. And he tries to pick up the kill on Kalista, but doesn't, because she was able to curve into her team to get away from them. But the Bars does pick up a triple kill on the rest of the team, while our Shyvana is still pushing in the top turret. So she takes the top turret and started to work on the inhibitor at this point in time now. The only person that's there to defend is the Kalista. So the Kalista is fighting against the Shyvana, but the Shyvana is trying to dive her while she's on the turret, and she gets a whole bunch of rims in her, and the Shyvana has to leave now, right? So she doesn't give a kill to the Kalista. So Shyvana, as you can see, was in the same predicament as me. You know, she was having a rough time against her laner and things like that, but due to a good micro calls and things like that, she was able to recover quite well, actually. So that was a really good play on her part and things like that. Right here, I just go down by. I saw that they had a huge wave pushing in, and I didn't see anybody showing up on the map, so I thought it was a very easy way for me to be able to just push in at this time. Now, I wanted, before I use my turret, I wanted to try to take this turret and then summon it here. So, now, as you guys probably know or don't know already, the new Azir passive, the new Azir soldier buff thing works like, if you have 3 soldiers, you gain additional movement speed. And every time I use my dash, like my E, I'm able to get a shield. The more I put into my the more ability power I have, the bigger the shield is. So I would say the things to know about the new Azir is soldier management and definitely micromanaging your E, because your new E is really the whole meat of Azir's kit, in my opinion. It sets up for so many different plays now. So right here, I tried to bait the Ekko to try to commit to a fight there, because I had the Shyvana in the corner, but he saw her already pop up, so I wasn't able to get him to commit. Ooh, sorry guys, but yeah, we easily pick up the turret here. Yeah, I saw that he called out his thing, but we pick up the turret, and we almost get the kill on the Ekko. He comes back, but I had already 3 soldiers right there. So even though he hit me with his ultimate, I had 3 soldiers. They were more than capable of taking out a half-life Ekko, especially without him with his ultimate, because he just used it on me. So look at the CS difference now, and then look at the kill difference. So because he was focused on trying to get ahead of me and really trying to just stay ahead of me in kills, it costed him a whole lot to be able to come back from. So right now I'm going for my hourglass to cap off my 40% CDR and just have an extra layer of security. Initially I had accidentally tried to start building another Banshee's Veil, as you guys probably saw. But yeah, I have made a mistake. I mean, it happens. We're human. You don't always pay attention to the items that you get sometimes. So yeah, that was a mistake on my part. So as you guys can see right here, we're about to get into a team fight right here. We're setting up for the Baron. So we're all grouping up at Baron. The only person here to defend is Ekko. So we just started up because there's no way that Ekko himself can stop us from being able to get the Baron. So we easily start murdering this thing, and then boom, that's a dead Baron, right? Now this is the team fight that they lose that ends up costing them the game. So I killed the Baron, and then I killed the Braum right here. No, I didn't kill the Braum right there. I killed one more person. Somebody else is gonna come back up and try to fight against me. And when they do, I kill them. But right here is where we push. So we got the Baron, we win the fight, and then we end up pushing the last few inhibitors that we needed so we can end up winning the game. The first person back up was Wukong. He ended up getting killed, and then the Ekko dies immediately as well. The first person that comes back up again should be Callista. So she should be running in my direction or under the turret, I believe. So right here, we're shoving away. We get the first turret, right? I killed the no, I killed the Malphite. It stayed true to the end. I killed the Malphite pretty much throughout the entire game because he kept getting caught out of position, and right there again, he got caught out of position. I ended up leaving just so I could finish my item because my team was about to put it away. So I had 10 stacks of my Dark Seal. I could have built Magi Ice and everything else along those lines, but you know, all else ends well. And this is Zuki M1, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Thanks for always hanging in with me. You guys are awesome. Peace.